Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Rogue Agent Answers. My name is the Rogue Agent. Some people call me David Lewis, and every week I answer one of the many life insurance related questions that I've received from clients, from email subscribers on the daily email list, questions floated to me from across the interwebs, in the comments sections, which I know you're not supposed to read, or just interactions that I've had with people in real life over the past 20 years, which is a long time. And some of these questions I just scribbled down on scrap pieces of paper. Some of these are stuff I've written down on my phone. Some of it is on Post-it notes scattered all over the office. And every week I answer one of those questions. So if you'd like to ask your question, drop them in the comments section or join my email list for more life insurance tips and advice at monogenics.com. MONEGENIX.com. And now for this week's question.
All right, what do we got here? Why did the insurer send me a TAMRA violation letter when I haven't hit my annual payment limit yet? Okay. Insurance companies tend to send out TAMRA violation letters when you pay more premium into your policy than you should according to IRS regulations. So if you get something like this, you're not in trouble. The insurance company is warning you that you've paid too much money into your life insurance policy, according to the modified endowment contract rules, or MEC rules. TAMRA is the law that governs how much money you can contribute to a life insurance policy before it's reclassified as an investment. So generally, you want to avoid turning your life insurance policy into a MEC because the IRS is going to treat MECs as taxable investments, more like retirement accounts and less like life insurance policies. You don't lose everything. You still get your death benefit that's tax-free. It's just that when you try to withdraw money or take loans out against it, it's now a taxable event. And then if you are under, I think it's age 59 and a half still, you're going to be hit with a 10% penalty because they're going to treat it like it's a qualified withdrawal from a retirement account, even though it's not a retirement account. The reason you hit MEC limits before you hit an annual payment limit, by the way, so sometimes you can start contributing money into your policy and you haven't hit the annual payment limit for your actual policy. So the insurance company might let you put in, let's say, $5,000 a year or something like that. Let's just say $5,000 a year. But you hit that TAMRA violation at $3,000. Well, the reason that happens sometimes is because the MEC calculation is dynamic and complex, and then technically every time a material change occurs in the policy, the MEC calculation needs to be redone. And the material changes can happen every single time the death benefit changes due to you adding more paid-up additions to the policy through your paid-up additions rider. So some policies will never hit a MEC status before they hit the annual payment limit. So it just kind of depends on the company and how things are done. But some companies will let you have payment limits that are above the MEC limit just because of how the product is priced and so forth. And it could also be how the agent blends in the term and how much that allows you to contribute more into the policy. So sometimes it will, and then sometimes it won't. And then other policies will routinely hit the MEC limit before the annual payment. It just depends. Again, it just depends on the policy. So a shorthand for how much you can safely contribute each year is your 7-pay premium, which can be found in your policy contract and also in your illustration. It's not exact, but it gives you a pretty good estimate for how much can be put into your policy without hitting those limits. If you want or need something more precise because you're going to be doing like multi-year dynamic premium funding and changing the premiums every year, you probably have to contact your agent, get in-force illustrations done, potentially get manual MEC testing done. I've had to do that before in my policies. Just because when you start throwing money in, you throw in this policy and then you throw money in that policy, you want to take your policies and send them to the insurance company, your respective insurance companies, and then have the company run a MEC test on it. And a lot of carriers, especially with the whole life carriers, they do what's called manual MEC testing. So essentially, I won't name the carrier, but there is a carrier where I did that with one of my policies, and basically what I was told was, they're taking it in the back room and they're going to open up an Excel spreadsheet and run the calculation. I'm like, I can't believe this, but But basically, they're going to, make sure that when you contribute premiums to the policy, then it doesn't violate those IRS rules. Anyway, if you do get a letter like that in the mail, don't freak out. You're not in trouble. Sign it, return it to the insurance company before the printed deadline on the form, or just call them and have them direct. And what you do is you just have them refund the excess premium that you paid. That's it. No harm, no foul. And then you're back in business and just kind of watch the premiums, going forward, and coordinate with your agent. Make sure you're not going to be hitting that in the future. But if you do, again, not a problem. You just get the letter, sign it, return it. They refund you the overage. I think you have it's at least 30 days. It might be 60 days, but you have a pretty long period of time to do this. So don't freak out. Sign the letter, call your agent. You get the refund of your excess and everything. You'll be fine.
Okay, that's it for this week's question. If you'd like to add your question to the list, just drop them in the comment section or send me an email. And if you want more life insurance tips and advice, just head on over to monogenics.com, MONEGENIX.com, and sign up for my daily email list.